up, my friends? I'm Stat. Welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch, a game that I've been wanting to play for some time now. So I figured, you know what, today's a good day to do that. And so yeah, we're gonna get started playing this game. we had little tech issues this morning, but we've been sort of fixing them lately. Even though they're like manageable right now, but I just don't know when the next time it's gonna, you know, trip out on me. But welcome, Xenomorph. How's it going? Welcome, Jeffrey, Grumble Muncher, SJ Welsh. Hello, Chris. Good morning, Guma Girl, JR Skeg, Ghost Killer. So yeah, let's get right into this game. Give me 1 second here, and then we're gonna get started. It's Toes Day. Oh, wow. Did I say toe? I didn't say that. We just started. Are you talking about the toe? Oh my gosh.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
The house. Whoa. Look at that house. Doesn't look very stable. That architecture, I don't know.
I lived here until I was 11,
the toe remains.
but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
That's so cool. Oh, I like that. I kind of want a sweater like this now. That's
Inside
cool.
the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
This is so cool.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Do we take the risky route down? I wonder if there's two ways to go about this. There was the one on the right and then the one on the left. What's up? Oh, hi, Bacon. Welcome. Sweet beach pics. Thanks, dude.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Yeah, it doesn't
But
look
now I
very
had
safe.
questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Huh.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
The all-knowing house. The all-knowing house.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
That looks super sketch. What did they like add that on afterwards? They're like, you know what? I don't know if I'd want to live on that side of it, to be honest. It's like, whoa. Oh man. I guess it does have some support beams there. Still looks bait.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Didn't she have a key to the house? Why was she
The
crawling?
doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I don't know, man. You think that did have a key? Ding, ding, dong.
For the first time in years,
Fire!
I felt like I was home.
Fire. All right, here we go. Tabasco party. Tabasco beans. Let's go. Thank you so much, Imperial K, stream boss. Guys, give him some love in the chat. Thank you.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
This looks like a mess. It must smell bad.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Kitty?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's hot. And yeah, if we got a tip train 5, we're actually going to do 3 spicy molten peanuts right here. Spicy molten
My mom was the
Carolina
only one of
Reaper.
us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Edie.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had
little
a story.
cluttered.
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Wow. I like this. I like this though. This is a nice table. Nice coffee table right there. Barbara. Was dead.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Yeah, it sank, didn't you know? Do do dee dee do do. We go upstairs or we go into this thing?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Oh. Boo. Oh, can we take this up?
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What? This is pretty creepy. Just full on like seal the doors. Okay. Look how much stuff is in this place. There's so much clutter. Barbara.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Yeah, like everything is locked.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Hey.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Whoa.
Now it was time
Dude.
to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What a sneaky little thing. That's a great hidden passage.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Tea time.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Open.
Just almost like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly. Molly. Toasty! Oh,
Let's keep the train going for those tasty beans.
please, dude. Scaring me. I know this game's not scary, but it kind of scares me.
December 13th, 1947.
Thank you, dude.
Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's going to happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Don't eat the hamster. Oh,
The
no.
gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
That looks like turd. Damn. Making her eat turd?
I kept eating and eating.
Oh, God. Ew.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Don't drink the water.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Birdie.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat. I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
What? What?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
He's sleeping standing up, that's why. Yo, I want to be a cat. Hey, come back!
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Mama bird. Hey.
I gobbled her up,
Whoa.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Wow. Are we gonna catch some rats in the grass? Rats in the... Ooh. Yummy. Come here. Oh yeah, good rabbit. Nom nom nom.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Wow. Just ate that rabbit without chewing. Okay.
A mama rabbit.
A mama rabbit. Coming for you, mama.
She was almost too big to carry. I started
Nom, nom,
choking,
nom.
but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Oh my god.
Double
Hey!
down on them beans.
Lightning Jedi! 66, 66.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh my god. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you. We're gonna put a beard up on the board for you. When we get our beard board back. But thank you so much, Jedi. Almost destroyed the bar. Almost. I don't know what I'm looking for here. I want an animal. Goat simulator. Guys, thank you for those hashtags. For Mr. Jedi. As soon as that's destroyed, that's 3 spicy peanuts, my friends, at one time. There was a fish I missed? Oh, there's a fishy. Or is that a seal?
I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
Why didn't you eat that then? I want a fat, juicy seal. There's one. Eat it, buddy. Yeah.
I tore off her flipper and it tasted really good.
Yes. I like my seals. Oh, there's another seal. Oh, what is that?
Grabbed on tight. And when I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What the fuck?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Yo, this is awesome. I'm a monster. I'm a monster. Oh, this is so gross. Up the stairs. Oh. Oh, yummy. Human. Yummy human.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
We gotta eat some more humans. What's up, Power Monkey? How you doing? Welcome. We're not gonna eat the drunk guy? Oh, yes, we are eating him. This game is called What Remains of Edith Finch.
After the last passenger, I
Yummy.
was still hungry. And
Yum,
across
yum.
the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Hmm. This all started with her just eating some berries, I guess.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I think she ate some bad berries, if you ask me. She had a bad berry. Oh, we come out the toilet? Good smell, yes. Good smell, yes.
I got closer and closer.
Molly. Uh-oh.
all of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, you know, I'm sure it didn't all happen the way she said.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
What?
I grew up looking at Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Going out there. This
This
is
will
not
be obvious
sketch.
later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
It sucks. Dragon mouth pose on him.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
The heck? What a room.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left in the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Hey. There's a secret in this bathroom. Tell me the secret.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Wow. That is so cute. That's awesome. I want to make books like that.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
So many secrets. Fort Calvin. Looks like a cool bedroom.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my
Man
grandpa
center.
didn't like history any more than my mom did.
He was 11.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Man.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But
This
that
is kind of
day,
a
he
dangerous.
finally made up his mind to do it.
This is pretty dangerous.
I told him going
Thing.
around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Why would they put it right next to the freaking thing? Holy shit.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Whee!
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Whoa. Oh my god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Hey, let's put this thing next to a cliff.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Wow. Okay. Note to self.
After the funeral,
Never build
Edie roped off
something
Calvin's
like
half
that.
of the room.
Never build something like that.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
So bait. Whoa. Huh. You know, these secret doors are wicked.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star. I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Child star Barbara. Bigfoot. Barb Street.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
Oof.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
He sounds like Skeletor.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
This music.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Do, 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 do.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Ew. Beat it.
The fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh.
Rick?
Barb,
trying-
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
What's up, Letitia? Welcome. Coming up. Walty?
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh, shit.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And who he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Get the hell out, Barbara!
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Damn.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Wow, way to slip on that thing. Great placement. Oh, he's gone.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
What's up, Brian? How you doing? Xenomorph, Russell, Nolly, thanks for hanging out today.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but
Oh my
that's
God.
another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
You know. By the way, I forgot. With the Landian Jedi, 33 times 2
Edie
is
told me all
66,
Barbara wanted was to
66.
be remembered.
And we're
As
taking 2
absurd as
ghost
that comic
peppers.
was, maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I was distracted. Eerie.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Odin.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Sounds like she died. In a
It's
bad
funny.
way.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Yeah. Man, it's so hot. What's up, Brian Hackett? Welcome. Yeah. Basement.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Another one?
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Kind of dark.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Yeah.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
What is this?
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Whoa.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
What the heck?
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Why would you do this?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Millions of peaches.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
You've been down there for a while.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Where are you going, buddy? How do you live?
I know it's out there somewhere.
Eating peaches every day for 30 years.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
30 years to get ready for it.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one more day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Ouch. Gets out of his thing, gets hit by a train. Wow.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Molly, Barbara, Calvin, Walter. That's a lot of deaths.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Like, I'm free. Gets hit by a train.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
The uncle under the house.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
They made a little shrine for him.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
Oh man, I love the way they have the
Though,
text.
to be honest,
It's so
I
good.
feel as lost as you probably do right now.
So good.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Such a trippy looking house. Here's the swing. Little tree house. Pretty bait, you know, like putting it right next to the, the cliff.
I think we've been
Probably
surrounded by
shouldn't have done
death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Look at these names. Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy, Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy.
Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery.
"16 years old. 53. Edie, she lived a long time.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
What is that?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, that's the old house. It's sunk. Damn. Probably shouldn't have built it out, in the middle of the ocean.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Yeah.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along.
What's up,
for me
Space
to come
Cowboy?
back someday and find everything out for myself.
Get up. I don't know if I would climb up here. Seems a
But looking back on
little
it now,
sketchy.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh shit. You pregos right now? Climbing trees like that? Oh my god. Lost to death, I know. Unlucky
I never
fam.
met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
OG selfie.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm? Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
Oh.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's a cool car.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I should not have drunk all that coffee. I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just... Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Wow. Selfie.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Hurry.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera.
Oh
Try
my
not to think about-
Dad!
Oh! Oh, oh man.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh god. Dude. Wow. That's messed.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Oof. Do. The secret passageway. So that's how you get
After Sam died,
knocked off a cliff.
my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
That camera dude caught the best part. Can you imagine? Gregory. Look at that face. Divorce.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What the heck? Whee!
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Gregory.
Hello?
Do 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 do. Gregory. Do do boo do boo do.
I wonder what he saw.
Boo do boo do. Gregory.
What his world was like.
What?
You reminded me so much of him.
Whoa! Whee!
Lost in his imagination.
I want to get that whale in here. Yes.
It sure made him happy.
Whale! Oh my god. Whale! Destroy Gregory's name! Do 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 ba da ba da 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 dee 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 do do do. Boo doo boo. Boo doo boo doo.
I know how silly it sounds.
Boo doo doo doo.
But I'm worried about a baby being too happy.
Eee.
But I can feel her slipping away.
Sorry
Oh.
about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
Is this what kids do in the
I
tub?
hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us.
Oh no.
About the world he saw.
Oh no. Gregory! This is not good.
There's so much I don't understand. About Gregory.
He turned
About
into Shrek?
everything.
Oh, he's the froggy now. Oh boy.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
man, that's bait. Gregory. Gregory swim with the froggies.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
This doesn't look ideal.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Yeah, the baby drowned. What if you want to bring like food up here? How do you bring up a bowl of
I
cereal?
can't imagine what it was like for her to lose 2 sons after she'd already lost 2 brothers.
Oh my god. What the heck?
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Two brothers.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
How do you bring food up there, though? That's all that I care. If you're gonna have a freaking place to stay, you better have some food you can bring up there. No? Do 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 do. You go back up. What's up, Chris Frey? How you doing? Being a frog is cool. Being a frog is cool. You're right, she is pregnant. I forgot about that. Being
My mom
a
moved
frog
to
is
India
cool.
a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Hey, little
The house
garden.
had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday.
Oh boy.
When Edie gave him a castle.
Castle, huh? She is pregnant, so let's remember that. How big this house is? Huge, dude.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Whoa. Built in.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Achoo. Do 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 do. Cute.
I was
That
4 when
Milton.
Milton disappeared.
Oh. Just disappeared.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
What? How did he disappear?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Milton. 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 How'd Milton die? He disappeared. They didn't. That's why he doesn't have a. I guess he's. They don't know if he's dead. He just disappeared.
Mom definitely
Look at
blamed
this house.
Katie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Is
After
that
he
a boat?
graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
The cannery. They have a boat at the top of their house. Not too shabby. Little shisha.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Nasty, man.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Damn, dude.
His mind began to wander.
What the heck?
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
This is so trippy.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
What the heck? Oh my god.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the
heck?
cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole
Dude.
new Lewis.
This is so weird. I'm like chopping fish with my mouse and then moving
So
a
I
guy
let
with
him
my.
go on.
What? Where are we going? Ah. Continuing on.
I even encouraged him.
Hmm.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
A doggy. Thank you, Channel 1, for the host. I appreciate that.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Lewis Topia, baby.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Really? Now he just lived in his
But
dreamland?
his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished.
Oh. He's the king. He's the king.
He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Louistopia.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh my gosh. Oh, now we go on a little ship. We sailing.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
New Louisville.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
What the heck? This is what happens when you work at a job that's like really like
Until
just
one day
boring
he
and
forgot
repetitive.
to go home from the cannery.
Got to go home.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
They're like, you want to come home? He's like, I'm chopping fish eggs. What's up, Miss Virgo Love? Welcome.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen.
That's cool. What's up, Tyven? Welcome. Handsome queen.
The queen was on her own quest for
Radiant rainbows.
radiant rainbows.
What a story. You ever dream of rainbows?
He followed the sound of her
Silver harp.
silver harp.
Do, do, do.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Oh.
Even then, his logic remained sound.
Princess? Damn, you
He knew
don't
the
even
world
see what
was
he's
all in
chopping
his
anymore.
Imagination.
Wow. This guy literally just chopping fish but thinks he's some sort of prince.
But he was so proud of having created it.
It's like...
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
He's a king! Does that have BR mode? BR party!
For someone who'd never known success
What's up,
in the
Stas?
real
Welcome.
world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Really?
He began to forget the world we know.
Here, fishy, fishy,
I think
fishy.
it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Thank you for following, Miss Jen. Do, do, do. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the stream, hit that
Began to
subscribe button, hit the
despise the
video.
man
Let's
with royal
go.
contempt.
Royal content. This is me. He's not even grabbing anything. Buddy. Buddy, grab a fish. Grab a fish.
I still thought I could save him.
What's up, Jason?
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Hugs, thanks for the follow.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Do, 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 do. My cat.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
This game is What Remains of Edith Finch. Like basically a storytelling game. Very interactive storytelling. It's almost basically like a point and click style game. Trying to figure out what happened to her family.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
This guy's kind of out of his mind a bit. Too many fishies.
There was only one thing left to do.
Yeah, the fish flew. Suashish, thanks for the follow. One thing left to do. Oh boy. I guess this is how you become king? At the fish factory.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Wow. Oh boy!
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Damn. They had a fishing accident. Not good. This on PC, yeah? Really cool.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
This house is so sketchy, man. To teach and to learn. But this is a game, man.
Up leaving everything behind.
Fun game. Telling the story of Edith Finch and her family. And this is their house, and she just came back, and she's trying to find out like all the secrets that they kept from her.
Coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
This is where we stayed? On the top freaking floor? Damn.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right.
The
We're
grown-ups
all
have to
leaving tomorrow.
argue.
Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Grandma's
The
having a
power
drink
had been
night.
shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh. Secret entrance, huh?
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edie.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Way out. Way out
It was
there.
the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never
It's not a good idea to walk out there.
it.
Not a good idea to walk out here.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Where am I? The fog is coming.
For a while, I wandered.
If you want to play this game, it's on Steam.
I started seeing things.
Oh. I saw a deer. That could have happened.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Ever existed. A bed.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
I wouldn't recommend walking out when the water goes
Things
this low.
I can't explain,
Not
but
good.
that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
Ooh,
It's
no.
mine. Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Oh my god.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Grandma!
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Whee! That's me.
We
I'm
both
doing
tried
that.
to make the best of it.
Ooh,
A few
Mom's
years
fault.
went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you.
Me?
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Me?
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
Oh, my
But
kid.
now I hope you'll never see it.
Ooh.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Am I giving birth?
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Wow. They show all their children photos. Dude. He doesn't look very happy. Hey, those are Astros for show. That was rough. I didn't know it would be so depressing. I mean, like, pretty rough family situation there. A lot of bad things happened. What's up, Crunch Chewy? But nah, this game, I actually enjoyed it. That was really interesting. I'd like to see more games like that. I know there are some, but that was good. I can't believe everyone died. Do 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 do. That's it for this game, yeah. Oh, we played Metro? Yeah, I did. Played it twice. Do, 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 do. Really well done game. Jeez. What the heck? Why does she have a shotgun? I like seeing these child photos. It's like they grew up to do something special. And you look at them as kids, like, who would have thought, right? Who knows? You're sad, lick the toe. We're pretty close to an extension, and also, what is that? 3 spicy peanuts. Carolina Reaper molten peanuts. Oh, look, a little Finch. Edith. It took them 5 years to make this game. Wow. We learned a lot about the Finches, and that they might have been the most unlucky family in the history of gaming. Yeesh. How long was this game? An hour and a half? I guess it took a long time to make. It was really well done, though. Odin, I think he died in that old house. I think he died in the old house that was in the water. Booker DeWitt's pretty unlucky. There's some pretty unlucky characters, that's for sure. There's definitely been some unlucky characters in the gaming sphere. Guys, we're gonna do a recharge now. If you don't know what that is, when I take a shot of espresso, we're gonna take a shot of espresso and we're gonna continue on with the stream. Wow. All right. We're going to continue on the stream over on Twitch. Join me over there, guys. Thank you for the recharges. Make sure to click the link and make sure to follow us over there for some continuation streams. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out here. We'll be back tomorrow as well for some more streams. But we're going over to Twitch right now. So I'll meet you guys over there. Thank you so much for hanging out. See you guys in a minute.